Style trees and
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
I like to smoke early. Check out how I do it. Blowing on the toilet in the bathroom, boo-boo. I'm high and feeling light while I wash my hands. I got a blunt hanging off my lip like an old granddad. Starting my teapot, my day's begun. I'm about to jump in the gym just to bust it down. Rolling up another one to ease my pain. Spumoni Kush hitting hard enough to dent your frame. Strolling through the garden in that midday mission. I wanna smoke this one and that one and oh yeah, this one. Smells got my nose hairs gigging today. Smoke fire right up front to leak till the whole thing is gone.
You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. Yes, you know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. Yeah, I like to smoke. I love it. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. When I wake up in the morning, I roll one. When I hit the studio, I roll one. When I walk into my garden, I roll one. Pull out the world's biggest backwood for the home run. Tonight we getting lit. Cannagar from Bud Smith. Temple ball of hash, Frenchy cannoli twist. Miss me with that other, yo strain is looking hopeless. Green shock, we got that royal dopeness. Cannabis mixing up my doja. Terpenes, flavor and aroma. It's Croptober and I'm swimming in weed. I want the stickiest green and hella lemonine. Orange turpentine, I certainly will keep it in my personal stash. A third degree burn. Pulling out the fire, I'ma break it down, roll it up, spark it with the lighter, I burn. Fresh jars I refill. Every day is like a smoke box, what be real? Mendo dope band burning it down. So put your hands to the sky for the high grade sound and say, I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. Yes, you know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. I like to smoke.
You're telling me that we're live, and I'm too busy. I don't have time for this shit.
how's it
What
going?
the fudge? What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I got caught doing stuff. Yup, it didn't share in the group, Jack. Anyway, put my phone down. It is time to dab in, yabba dabba do. As you can tell, Zach has grown a beard and changed his style just a little bit. Oh, that's not Zach. That's my man, Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy?
How's it going, guys?
I don't-
Jeremy Garden here.
Jeremy what?
Gardens.
Jeremy Gardens?
Yeah. I guess that's
Jeremy Gardens. That's his alias. Jeremy motherfucking Gardens.
I guess it's just I got gardens everywhere.
Oh, my mic's not on. See, I told y'all I wasn't with it. Could you hear me at all?
Yeah.
I know, my big ass mouth. I'll put it right there on the O, the doggy paw in love. Okay, because it's love about doggies. Yeah, so bear with us. We're just acting up. What's everybody dabbing in with this morning? I don't even know what I got here.
I got some apples and banana flower. I actually think you grew this a while back.
Apples and bananas. Is that the big purple bud?
Yes, sir.
I should have kept that pheno. I'm going to look for it, see if I can get it back.
That's good.
Yabba dabba do, everyone. Oh, didn't turn my volume down. Who's texting me? It's my baby. My baby. We're being a bit impersonal here today because, quite frankly, we don't really give a fuck. Had a good workout this morning. I'm sore. This ought to help. Oh, man, if you don't cough, you don't get off. So, Grease Monkey, Chad. That's good. I like that Grease Monkey. Bring some of that with you when we sesh. We'll have to Now I got a rule that I don't like roll a joint and pass it around anymore, for obvious reasons. But I do like to, like, hey man, I brought this bud. Okay, cool. Here's some of mine. And we roll up and smoke our own of each other's bud. That's always cool. That's how I share these days. So what's going on, Jeremy? This is Jeremy.
How's it going, guys?
Some of you may know him. Some of you may not.
We're getting washing your buds today.
Yeah. Tell them, Jack. What are we doing?
Some washing your buds. It's coming up on harvest.
He's my outdoor guy here, man.
Outside
Yep.
harvest time. I'd
Yeah.
say on most plants you shouldn't even be looking at a minimal until like 27th.
27th of October.
Yeah, I'd say at a minimal. Push it as long as you can. Take it if you have to. I've heard a lot of people out there getting a lot of bud rot right now.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that. So, yeah, guys. Oh, Zach's going to bring up some pictures. I don't know what he's doing. Zach's running the production back there. That's where he loves to be. I don't know. We might not be able to get him out of there after this, because that's where he actually absolutely thrives and shines. So, anyway, it is afternoon, isn't it, Anna? It's afternoon, Greg. Girl Scout cookies. I love Girl Scout cookies.
Nice.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people are on the hater hype for burner and stuff, and I don't care.
It's
you
classic.
know, I mean, I like it. It's a good weed, man. It didn't get its
absolutely.
reputation because it's not fire. Okay, it's been, you know, maybe overbred out there, maybe overhyped or whatever, but it's good smoke. My bee cookies is straight Girl Scout cookies, and it's a specific phenotype of Girl Scout cookies.
See, my wife,
And, bro,
that one smells just like honey.
See, dude, and it does. It smells like it. And my cut of girl, Jeremy, Mike on shirt. Jeremy, Mike on shirt. Just clip it in your beard there, brother.
Rub my beard. It'd be like,
That's all right, man. We'll get our shit together. What do you expect?
man,
David Hogan, how you doing? What you been up to, brother? Been a long time.
there, how's that? Y'all hear me? Hear me good?
Blueberry Yeti.
That's different.
Blueberry Yeti. I have not heard of blueberry. Okay, so I have to say, guys, I have to apologize. I have to eat a little crow here. The package did not come in from the captain. I thought it was going to be here yesterday. I read the email wrong. It's going to be here tomorrow. So we'll have all that really cool new Captain Redbeard's gear to give away next week. And I might snag a pack or two. I'm already going to do some diesel to smash of his. And there's a couple that I'm looking at. I'm going, I might just snag one of these for myself to put up in my tent over there with my little pheno hunt I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to do a pheno hunt in my tent. We're going to try to...
That's not a bad idea. Most of this stuff is really, really good.
we're going to try to... when you turn your volume down, but you don't turn your notification volume down, that's what's happening here.
It happens.
So, she's sitting outside, enjoying the day. I'm going to get personal here for a minute. She doesn't realize I'm live. I'm sitting outside enjoying the sunshine. I hope you're having a good day. Heart. I love her so much. I'm having an amazing day, baby. I'm on live right now with the Smoke Sesh, if you want to tune in. Okay, we'll see if Brenda pops in here. So, anyway, hey, Rachel, what's up? Isaiah, I want to say hi to everybody, but sometimes y'all go by so fast I don't catch you. Jeremy's here. What's up, brother? Jeremy McLaughlin. So, anyway, yeah, so Captain's sending us some of his new releases. He just released, I think, 10 new varieties. I do not have a list of them in front of me, but you can go to his page. I've always had good luck with the Captain's gear. Always had good luck with the Captain's gear. I've never had anything that I've said this wasn't worth growing. You know, I kept the Thorsberry around for a good while. I even made a cross with it. I was so impressed with that. The strawberry banana cheese is a really good variety.
I've been thinking about doing a cheese strain for quite a while now.
Man, I'd like to get some old UK cheese, man.
See,
Just
that
that
doesn't
old
sound
school
bad.
UK cheese where it all started.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that cut and then work with that and work that out, man. I got all kinds of ideas to work with cheese.
That'd be good.
I love that cheesy because it's got a real Gouda smell. Bad jokes.
That's funny.
Okay. So yeah, I don't even know. I'm smoking fritter mint. See if I can keep it lit today. Good grief. I talk too damn much. That's what's it. But yeah, so that's going on. That'll be next week. We'll be able to give some of that away. Today we're going to give away some bud, some pre-rolls.
All right. Nice.
What kind of pre-rolls we got?
Oh, Raven's Revenge.
Raven's Revenge. Now, if you haven't had Raven's Revenge, you're in for a treat. What else?
I'm not sure, but I think beet cookies.
We got some bee cookie pre-rolls coming around.
I think so.
Okay, so anyway, I know we have Raven's Revenge, and I'm pretty sure that we have some bee cookies that we're grinding up to roll. So yeah, so I think we'll give away some Raven's Revenge and some bee cookies pre-rolls. I think I'm gonna give away a ½ ounce of Emerald Cut. I've been smoking on that the last few days, man.
That one will put you down, and it tastes so good.
Dude, it's 29.8% THC. It's like close to 3% on the overall terpenes. It's frosty as fuck.
So I don't know if you know it, man, but I took a nug of it off your tray a while back while you wasn't looking
I
right.
don't care, dude.
And I was sitting there and I broke it up, and I was like,
He waits till we're on air to tell him.
my bad. I don't leave a bag behind very often, but on the seldom case that I don't have it on me, and it just left the flavor. I didn't even know what it was, and I was sitting there like, what is this? And so I'd asked him, he's probably like, well, how'd you try that, you know? But
It's all right, man. You know how stingy I am with my weed, man.
very good
So
flavor.
I want to give away that Emerald Cut, and what else should I give away? I'm gonna give another ½ ounce away. What else should I give? I was
think you
giving
should
an
go
ounce
for-
away, you know, but I thought, you know, why a ½ ounce is a good amount of bud. So why not bless 2 people instead of 1? Split that up and give ½ ounce away. I can only give away so much. So
Didn't you do some classic runs, didn't you?
runs.
Some classic
Do
runs.
I have some?
I think so.
Okay, I'll give some runts away. You know what? I do have some super runts. We harvested that one super runts. I've got a super runts we'll give
Nice.
away. So we'll give away a ½ ounce of super runts because I only got like a ½ pound of it, dude. Thank you very much. So I'll give away a ½ ounce of super runts and a ½ ounce of Emerald Cut. And yeah, it's all fire. It's all fire. So you'll love it.
People are lucky on that one.
Now, let me run down on the way the giveaways are working. When we do these giveaways, if you live in the Kansas City area or around the Kansas City area, you know, within a distance, you know, that is fairly easily maneuverable in a reasonable amount of time, then we'll get it to you as soon as you're able to hook up with us. We'll get the giveaway to you. If you don't, we mail for like seeds and stuff like that. We will send the giveaways out for like anything that can be mailed. We will send those out once a month, because otherwise we're going to the post office. All that I don't have time to do it except once a month. So we'll do it at the first of the month. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. She would know. Hey, Elijah, what's up?
What's up, Elijah?
Kyle, yes, super roots is fire. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. See how like that
that's
works?
easy,
It's
ain't
like
it?
boom, rabbit,
Shit zoned in.
rabbit. I don't chase squirrels.
I saw a rabbit.
Their
on
meat's
there
not
somewhere.
tender enough. Rabbits are though. So anyway, yeah, well, I forgot what I was talking about. Fuck. Oh, the giveaway.
Yeah.
So I go to, anyway, I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up about it. So listen close. I'm going to post it too. And I'm going to pin the post so that it's the first thing you see when you come on the page. I go to the post office once a month at the first of the month. So if you win something, please, when you contact us, we will get back with you on that and get squared away on how we're going to get the package to you. Because also, in some circumstances, we might find ourselves just driving around that part of the country that you live in, and we will deliver it. Now, if you're out of state, I'm sorry, Jack. I'm not sending anything out across the state line. That's not my.
Not happening.
If you're not in Missouri, may as well. We'll get, and you win on the wheel. We'll find something that can be mailed. I'm not going to, or we can find something. We will find something for you that can be taken across the state line. I'll put it that way. So that's how that'll work. Anyway, otherwise, we remember you, nobody. Who are you again? Who is this fucking guy? Nobody.
Who is this
You're
guy?
nobody, man. You're nobody, dude. Fucking, what the fuck, dude? Nobody.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's nobody. Nobody's putting a pinch down on us, man.
I might. That
He's somebody.
That seems like an alright guy.
He's somebody. He just doesn't know he's somebody yet. So to him, he's nobody. But to me, you're somebody, brother. I just want you to know that. We love you. No, we haven't forgot, man. Like I said, first of the month, which was last week, was on the 1st.
Yeah.
So we still got a couple weeks. But we will get it to you. Do not fret. But if you don't message us, we won't. If you don't message us, I don't know. I hate it that if you're not here, you don't win. But also, I want to make sure that the people who are coming in here and patronizing our platform are the ones who get our giveaways. So if you're not watching, you're not going to win that week. We're not going to send it to you. If you don't, or somebody you know is watching and goes and says, hey, you won on Top Shelf. Hey, you won on the Smoke Sesh. And then you can, all you got to do is message us and say, hey, I won, and this is what I won. And then that's the final deal. And we'll get it set up to get you whatever it is you won, however the fuck we need to get it. And if you're across state line and you can't get THC infused products from us, we'll find something cool to send you so you can at least win a prize. And again, we have no sponsors. We don't have people giving us nothing. Everything that comes across this table that we give away, we pay for. So just so you guys know, that's how we're rolling right now, because we're not dealing with the industry at this time at all, ever, never again.
Hey, fuck the industry.
I don't even want to fuck them, dude. I mean, that would be a lame fuck.
You got a point. Absolutely.
I mean, it's just, I mean,
Don't fuck
I don't
the
want to
industry.
fuck the industry.
Unless you want to fuck the industry, then fuck the industry. I don't. He don't.
Yeah. But look, you know what? I'm going to say, if you go to dispensary, because there's a place here for it. I'm not going to deny that there's a place in this world for the industry. I just wish it wasn't so. I hate to say corrupt because the law's passed. So, but it is to me. They set the price.
Cogs get rusty, man.
They, they go and they do shit to other people to push them down and keep themselves on top. But that's all industry shit. That's all corporate shit. So we're not dealing with them. So we're not taking their money. And that's the way it is. And I like it like that. And I don't want to fuck them because I want to enjoy getting fucked. That's why I don't want to be fucked by the
Zach.
industry.
Zach. Do you want to fuck the industry?
Negative. Zach says negative. So anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm babbling here. So you know what? I'm just trying to get all the shit out of the way so we can get talking about outdoor harvesting.
Yeah.
What about this event we got coming up, Zach? You want to throw a poster up? Now, we're proud sponsors of this event. We are not sponsors of the Common Ground Fair in itself. We're sponsoring the Craft Growers Cup. Okay? I believe they have shut off flower admissions But this event, the Common Ground Fair, okay, it's going to be November 9th in Columbia, Missouri at Alpine Park. Okay. It says bring your best kind way buds. What's a kind way bud?
I was about to ask that. What's a kind way?
What's a kind? Does anybody here know
Could someone tell us what
kind
that
way
is?
bud is? Bring your best kind way buds and win cash and prizes. So I might have some kind way buds. I just don't know if I have kind way buds because I'm not understanding what the definition of a kind way bud is. But shout out to all the people who are putting on this event. Shout out. Where are those guys at? What are you doing, bro?
2-part flyer.
Okay, so there's some good classes going on out there, but I can't really read that. Pest management is from Zenthal Consulting is going to be on there. You guys could probably read that. Matt Gates, he's going to be there and he's going to be talking.
I can't read that.
Brandon Rust from American what? Or agricultural crop. He's gonna be talking about bokashi and earthworks. Look, man, if you're an organic grower and you don't have an understanding of bokashi, you definitely want to attend that. And I don't know any of these guys. Maybe I do, but I just don't recall. Crystal, what's that name? Can you read it? Crystal Stevens, herbalist. Flourish Farmstead. She's going to be talking.
I don't even see where you've been reading from this whole time.
I'm over here. The pictures, bro.
Oh.
And then keynote speaker is Kevin Jodry. I don't know anything about him, so I can't really tell you what that is, but he's the keynote speaker. So again, I didn't really, I'm not having anything to do, or we're not sponsoring the actual event. We're just sponsoring the competition. Please throw that first flyer back up there, dude, because I don't have one in front of me. Because I want to give a shout out to Bokashi Earthworks, and that's one of the guys that he's sponsoring the show. Grow Time, Garden Supply. I'm not sure where they're at. Do we know where Grow Time's at? Look that up for me, brother. Huge shout out to AOD.
Huge shout out.
Huge shout out. Everybody give us a shout out. Hey, and you know what? We love getting hearts and all kinds of neat stuff from the comment section. So if y'all want to throw hearts, we love that shit, man. It helps us out too. Pest management. Okay, so yeah, there's all our keynotes over there listed. You know, let's see. Evolution Magazine's on there. Haven't talked to Clayton in a while. Grow Depot, they're out there. They're a huge store out in Columbia. I've been there. I actually traded some seeds with the guy in the beginning.
There, yep. Jeff City.
Grow Time, Jeff City.
Jeff
Okay,
City.
cool. Grow Time is in Jeff City. Let's see. Fireside Lounge, I'm not sure about that, but these are all the sponsors. Is that Grow Up? I can't see that. See, I'm blind. Fuck, man. Grow Up, help me out with that one that's real small over there. Problem is, I'm trying to read the next one while I'm trying to say the one before it. Yeah, anyway, you know what? Go on our page, look at the flyer. Anyway.
You know what would get me and my wife out to an event?
What?
Some good food.
Some good food?
Yeah, not like something quick, but something that I'd want to go for.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what.
I'm
tried
barbecued out for the summer.
Yeah, it's hard to get good food mobile. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's hard to get good. You know what I'd like to see, though? I'd like to see, and I'll just throw this out there for anybody who might think it's a good idea, a cannabis barbecue competition.
I'm down for that.
Like have a cannabis event and a barbecue competition attached to it. Or attach a cannabis event to a barbecue competition. The problem is with that is in the barbecue competition world,
right?
You got a lot of conservative Christians. So you might catch hell having a cannabis event right next to it. But I don't think if it was presented properly, and that's what this is about, is breaking down the stigma. if it was presented properly, and maybe some of you guys might even, hi Brenda.
So
If it was
infused
presented,
or non-infused?
no, this is just a
Right,
regular barbecue
non-infused.
competition and a cannabis event.
Because
Okay?
I always leave hungry from an
You know,
infused dinner.
Well, you know,
I don't
most of
even
the
get
time
why.
you can walk around a barbecue competition, and if you just walk up and ask them if they got something, they'll give you all meat you want, dude.
No, it ain't that I don't get full. It's that I'm eating edibles all fucking night, and I leave with the fucking munchies.
That's funny, dude.
Maybe it's just me.
Well, I mean, you know, if
I'm not
edibles give
saying
you
I
the
don't
munchies-
enjoy
what
edibles.
sucks about that is because you eat an edible, you get the munchies, and you eat more edibles, and then you just get so much more fucked up.
Right.
Then you get the munchies again.
It's redundant,
so you
man.
eat more edibles. So you need something like barbecue there so that you can just go, you know, mac on the barbecue. But that would be cool. Somebody should throw that.
That would be.
Yeah, and have, you know, the best of both smoking worlds. You could have your bud competition, your barbecue competition. You know what? I should shut the fuck up and maybe start planning. You never know. So I challenge somebody to put on, and if you want help, hit me up. I'd be glad to help you organize that event. So, but yeah, do we have any other events to talk about, Zach? Negative? Okay, so, all right, so the Growers Cup is coming up in November. You're going to want to get to that. And there's other events coming on from that, but I'm just not sure what they are right now. I know I'll throw out Sugar High is having an event, his little Christmas party that he has up there in Liberty. So if you can look him up, you can maybe see Puff and Paint. Where the hell's that?
I think I saw that somewhere.
Where's Puff and Paint? Okay, so there's a Puff and Paint this weekend. See, we just I'm out of the loop.
Like
I'm
painting
so
on a canvas, right?
yeah, Puff and Paint, or maybe
Okay.
painting pottery or some shit.
See, that'd be cool.
So-
That could be fun.
My problem is I'm so busy growing cannabis
That's it.
that I don't have time to be out doing anything else.
The time.
I mean, you know, so that's where I'm at. So
Finally,
I'm
my
just
time's
not getting out. You know?
settling down.
Yeah, mine's not, unfortunately. So I haven't been getting out. I've been buried in my grow and processing, because now that I've started processing rosin on such a rate, I just can't even find time to get it all done. So I don't even have time to go out to any events or anything.
Dude,
I wanted to go.
clean.
I wanted to go down to the Hash Bash last week or a couple weeks ago, wasn't it? And I was going to talk about that this week and talk about, or last week, but I wasn't able to because I forgot. But yeah, I wanted to go down there, but I just didn't get time to go. And Brenda reminded me at the last minute, you know, she said that we had something that we had been already committed to for a while, and so we ended up having to go to that instead. But I tried. I wanted to go, but I didn't. But I'll get out there somewhere. So St. Clair, Missouri, Puff and Paint, Thursday, 6:30 to 9:30. So go to St. Clair, Missouri, I guess, in the square, and just stand there and wait for somebody to come give you a fucking paintbrush and smoke some weed.
Right.
Or is it a can of spray paint? Spray up the. Anyway, so we're being kind of stupid today, but you know what? Let's just get back into what we're here for. It's 12:30, so let's get into what we're here for. We're here to talk about outdoor growing, and you know it's that time of year right now where everybody's getting ready to grow or getting ready to harvest, and they're getting anxious. And I've seen a lot of people that have already chopped flower. They say, I mean, I get a lot of people sending me messages and going, "What do you think, man?" And it's like, I wish you would have asked me what I thought before you chopped it. You know,
That's a big one. If you've got a question, come on, man. We're gonna look at you so much like you're more of an idiot if you chop way the fuck early, and we're like, and we have to like sit there and try to be nice to explain to you why your weed's not good there's not a nice way to put it. if your weed's not good because you pulled it early, I mean,
Well, that's what it is, you know. And
we're to teach. I mean, let it
go.
Let it go.
What he's trying to say
Unless
is,
there's a detrimental.
before you do the deed,
Ask.
check with us, and then we can say it's
Not
not
us.
time yet. You know,
Somebody. If you're not aware, ask somebody that knows. Somebody knows. There's
I'm going to
enough
say
out there.
that right now, anywhere in Missouri, you know, I can't stress this enough. When you put we have a lot of good seasoned growers in Missouri here, and they're going to listen to what I say, and they're going to say, yeah, everybody should know that. And that's cool that those of us who've been growing for a good amount of time, or even if you've grown, if you haven't grown 3 seasons outdoor, okay, then you probably need to listen to at least something we have to say today.
And there are a lot of strains out there that have already been chopped.
Well, and
we're just in that season.
But when you buy these seeds or these clones that you get from the breeders or from the person that's like a clone place that you don't know and trust, when they're talking about the harvest time, first of all, when they say harvest time, most of them are talking about from the time the plant actually starts to put on flower, not when the light cycle switches, because when the light cycle switches, there's going to be a transition for 2 weeks. Now I'm talking indoor.
Yes.
So outdoor, they're going to be talking about when you first start to see what he calls duck butts, what I call the when you first start to see bud set. When you go out there and you see little bitty clusters of
and they'll sneak
buds
up on
with
them.
a bunch of white hairs
know.
in the middle.
Bam.
Yeah, they'll be there tomorrow.
That's
they weren't
the day
there
you call
yesterday.
it. You'll
But
notice, bam.
You'll see little white hairs all coming out of it. That's your bud set. That's when the plant has started to produce flower. Okay, and so that's when you mark your flowering date. Okay, and if it says 8 weeks, bullshit. That's them wanting to make you feel like, oh, you know what? I'm going to recant. It's not bullshit. There's a window. You can take it down to 8 weeks. You can harvest at 8 weeks. But that's the earliest. That's the earliest that you can harvest. Okay? There's usually about a 2-week window where that plant's going to be at its premium time to harvest. I always tend to find that on the far end of the spectrum is closer to when that plant's truly ready to go. But most of the varieties that I do, I even have taken them. Most of the time, I don't have anything that finishes under 10 weeks.
Well,
from heavy indica to nothing. So
especially outside, a fruit on a tree, and that's what it is. We'll go into that on Washington later too.
Right.
A fruit on a tree, you're not going to pull one down that's not ready. You're going to bite into an apple, and it's going to be super bitter.
Right.
And so you want to be more toward when it's ready to drop, toward not on the best side, but right on the edge of starting to kind of.
And in Missouri.
Deteriorate. Don't let your buds deteriorate.
In Missouri, what that's going to be most of the time is right up to the first hard freeze and chop and hope it's went long enough. Because most of your outdoor varieties, if you really want to have high quality nug, they're going to go the entire span of the grow season here and probably could have gone a little longer. I hope you've chosen an indica dominant hybrid. That's what I recommend for outdoors, because an indica dominant hybrid or a heavy indica, more indica leaning plants are gonna harvest sooner. They're gonna mature sooner than a sativa dominant plant's gonna, by weeks. I mean, some sativas run 18 to 20 weeks if you want to let them fully mature. So that's why you see so many indica dominant varieties that are being grown by people in the Midwest, in the Northeast, unless you've got those long grow seasons that you can take them, like out in California and down in Texas and stuff like that, where you can take them longer. So, but right now we're getting to a place where people are starting to really ask, hey man, when's it going to be time to harvest? When's it going to be time? So a few simple rules to the harvest. I don't even have my scope up here. It's down in, it's in the grow. But so inspecting the trichomes is going to be probably your easiest way to determine whether a plant's ready to harvest. The rule is, or the bro science says, when the trichome, and when, you know, a certain percentage, and that it's all personal, but when the trichomes are starting to turn amber, when you're starting to notice little amber trichomes, do we have a picture at all? Okay, here's our trichomes, okay? And you see it goes all the way through to the amber head. Now, see, here's what I want to talk about. Now, amber, that's an okay way to tell. But if you're asking me to look at these trichome heads right here and tell you which one is ready to harvest, absolutely ready to harvest, I'm going to say the one to the left of the one that's ambered. And the one that's ambered should probably be all the way to the, well, if you're looking at the screen, that one that's ambered should be all the way to the left and labeled as damaged, or it's been under a certain light, okay? Because when I look at a trichome to harvest, I've learned from people that know a hell of a lot more than I did before I learned this, that the trichome head, when it starts to mushroom, of course we want it to be cloudy, not clear, but some of them are still clear when they do this. So that's not even, the color's not the greatest indication of harvesting your trichomes. When that trichome head starts to mushroom like that, and then right where that stalk connects to the trichome head starts to shrivel up like an apple would do on the tree when it's ready to drop off the tree, that trichome's getting close to dropping off of that stalk, okay? And that's where you want to harvest at. That trichome is ripe and it's ready to be taken down, okay? The one on the third one from the right, next to the one I'm talking about, is so all the way to the right. So the one right next to the one I'm talking about on the left, that one's, I would harvest that.
Right.
I mean, you could, I mean, most of those, I mean, honestly, the one all the way to the left, the clear head, that one looks way more harvestable than the one in the direct middle, even though it's clear. The way the head's pronounced more mushroomy and the stalk is starting to draw in right there around the head of the trichome, because most what you're looking for is a trichome head that's ready to pop off the stalk, just like a fruit that would pop off of the branch of the plant.
At its sweetest.
That's when it's
and
at
who
its
don't
peak.
want that sweet.
So,
sweet
but I really
brown
I don't like the amber trichome here. I really like the one just to the left of the amber trichome. Okay, I like that. That's my favorite harvest ready trichome right there. And look at the shape. The head looks like a mushroom instead of a ball. And the stalk right where it meets the head of the trichome, the head of the trichome head is starting to thin out because that head's going to pop off there at some point. That's when I like to harvest. You see about 30 or 40% of your trichome heads like that, I would say it's time to harvest. That's when you pull it. Indoor or outdoor, doesn't matter. And that's why you can't go by the amber, because lighting especially with the LEDs have changed the game, and there are certain light spectrums that will cause the trichomes to amber out. Certain things that you might be feeding the plant that might cause the trichomes to amber out. An amber trichome can be bumped, can be brushed. A bug gets on there and crawls, a gnat or something gets on there and crawls across it, or somehow damages that wax cuticle layer on the outside of the trichome. It'll force the trichome to amber. So amber's not necessarily the best way to determine when it's time to harvest.
Y'all should
look at that trichome.
You shouldn't be PMing your plant that late, but if you do spray something on your plant outside, you're probably not going to be able to judge.
Right, especially if you're using
You're going to be yellow, or you're already going to be going into brown, and
Yeah.
you're and some people might be doing that, spraying their plants at certain times when you shouldn't be. There's certain times of the day you shouldn't even touch your plant.
If you're going to put any kind of broad, like you're going to do any kind of IPM, you should be doing it after the sun goes down. I don't mean dark, but after the main light is off the plant, because otherwise you'll burn the plant. That hands down. Or get out there.
Get out there early
first thing in the morning,
couple hours prior to sun up.
That's good too.
Try to catch it on a nice breezy day. That helps. You don't want to do it and have stagnant, lingering.
But if you're in October, you shouldn't be spraying your plants.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
I mean, because it comes down to a place of integrity at that point. I mean, because unless you're using something like, you're going to use something like green cleaner or Lost Coast plant therapy that's alcohol based and it doesn't have anything but some oils in it, that's not going to affect people in a negative manner when they smoke it, then all that stuff is kill on contact. There's no residual. So bugs, you get on there, you spray them, you kill the bugs that are on there, and then tomorrow they're all back. So you're just chasing your tail generally. But anyway, so I mean, watch your trichomes all the way through. I would say start at October 15th. Start watching your trichomes, see where they're at. Look at the shape more than the color. Okay, look at the shape of the trichome. We want a mushroom head, and we want the stalk to be thinning as it comes up, where it connects to the trichome head. We want it to start receding so that it looks like the trichome head could pop off there. That's where we're wanting those trichomes to be. At least a good amount of them, okay? That doesn't have to be all of them, but a good amount of them. Because, a healthy plant's going to be putting on trichomes. You'll have some that are clear when it's ready to harvest, possibly, so. But you definitely want to check the trichomes, and then let's push all the way forward. Let's say that you push all the way forward to the freeze, the first hard freeze. You can't cover them up because it's going to be you don't want the plant to freeze, okay? If it's just frost, it's going to get down into the high 30s or whatever, maybe just a light frost, you can cover the plants up and they'll be okay. But if you're going to get a hard freeze, what happens is that plant freezes and those plant cells rupture, and as soon as it thaws out, your plants are going to turn brown and they're going to be gone. They're just, you're not going to be, you'll be washing them for making RSO or hash or something with them, because the plant cells will rupture and it's just an ugly, mushy mess. So you don't want to let it hit the hard freeze. Well, let's say you're ready, you figured out that it's time to harvest, and you harvest the plants. Okay, now one thing and this is what I wanted to get into today, and one thing that we take into consideration in outdoor plants is they're not in a controlled environment. They're going to have dirt. If you can get an outdoor grow in that doesn't have some sort of fungus on it or some sort of mildew on it, then you deserve an award. Okay, because I've never seen an outdoor harvest that didn't come in with some sort of mildew or something on it. Okay, and you could go through, most of the time they go through and they cut all that off, and you don't use those parts and stuff, and you definitely want to do that. But also, you want to make sure there's not any little particles all over the plant and stuff, and we're going to get into that. So, because you're also going to have insects. You're going to have insects that are stuck to the trichomes. You're going to have insects that are dead in there. You're going to have bug poop all over, a lot of bug poop all over your buds. Okay, you're going to see all kinds of brown speckles all over your buds, and it's nasty. Okay, so that's outdoor growing. Okay, that's just what it is. You're going to have bud worms that, I mean, I've literally open a bud, and there have been a nasty dead caterpillar down in there, you know?
Which is part of the ways you get bud rot.
Right.
If you're seeing a lot of bud rot, look for caterpillars.
Yeah, caterpillars
there's
are bad.
specifically another insect too. I can't remember what
The
it
butterfly
was.
or moth or whatever will lay their egg right down in the bud, and then they'll grow in the bud and feed on the bud until they're ready.
Watch for those around this stage.
But we're going to talk a little bit about some methods to help clear all that stuff up after the harvest, and that's what we want to talk about today. There's an in-house debate. Do we wash the plants? Do we not wash the plants? I'm going to say that 90% of the outdoor growers that I know wash their plants because
Absolutely.
bug poop, they don't want to smoke it. Mildew, they don't want to smoke it. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And actual insects being in the bud and also dead ones being on the bud. We just don't want to, A, smoke it ourselves, and B, we don't want to pass it around to our friends and let them smoke it, especially if you're a caregiver or you're a medical patient or whatever. So you're going to want to wash the bud. And that's something that a lot of people always come to me with questions about. And Jeremy and I were talking about this for the last couple weeks, and you know, he's talking about, well, we've actually talked about it for quite a while, you know, about, you know, powdery mildew and how to deal with that. And he grows outdoors. I'm not growing outdoors this year, but I think I'm going to next year. But he's got some plants going outdoors. Yeah, there he is right there. So smelling his little girl. What plant's that, Jeremy?
I think that's one of your sour D.
Sour D's?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Right on.
Which you
We
may
got
or
more
may
outdoor
not.
stuff, don't we? What do we got? Let's show it off. I remember when we got this footage. We took this footage. We had a drone.
Where was that at?
Yeah, see, that was out. That was at a hemp farm actually. So that's hemp. But that was out. That was out by Weston. Out by Weston.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Rachel just harvested that CBD cross.
Okay.
So was just messing with what I would consider a hemp plant.
oh yeah, absolutely. So okay, so let's talk about harvest. When you harvest your plants outdoors, chop, 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 chop. Okay, how many plants do you have is gonna? Okay, now keep in mind right now, I'm talking to the person who has a couple plants out back in a 20-gallon pot, or a couple out, you know, planted in the ground in a dog pen out there so they can get some medicine to get them through the year or whatever, or just having their own little home grow outside.
A lot of Missouri growers.
Yeah, and even if you got now, I've seen some guys.
Yeah, but
Dude, I've got some grow coach clients, okay, and they're like, I'm gonna grow outside, and I'm like, okay, cool, and so we start sitting down and planning, and I'm like, wow, man, this dude's done his homework, and they'll end up, they've got their plants, just huge plants, all in an they set up, they put the money into their setup, dude, outdoors, irrigation, everything, dude, and we're talking first time growers, and they grow some good smoke. So, but that's what we're talking about right here. We're talking about home growers, not big, huge, you know, farms where they're going to have barns full of weed hang or hemp or whatever hang. We're talking about home growers here. So, yeah, I agree, Elijah. Most Missouri growers are going to be small. So when you're harvesting your plant, if I'm going to harvest an outdoor plant and I've got 7 or 8 of them, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to harvest them branch by branch because it's easier to deal with that way.
yes.
Okay, so
If you can. Yeah.
the first thing that we have to do before we harvest, though, is we have to set up a place where we're going to dry our cannabis.
Right.
So that's one thing that you guys have to really think about. Where are you going to dry it at? because drying it outside is not really feasible. And the more you can control the atmosphere in the drying room, the better product you're going to have when you trim it up. Okay, so where you dry, I'm going to suggest this. I'm going to suggest that you either have a shed outside that you can dry it in, because this time of year you won't need an air conditioner. You'll be more likely to need a space heater. If you can have a shed that you can that you can control the humidity in, then you're going to be better off, because you want to try to dry it just like we dry our indoor crops. You want to try to control the climate a little bit. However, if all you have is a barn to hang your shit up in until it dries, then that's what you have. So just take some time and do a little research. If you want to hit me up. I'll be glad to walk you through the ideal setup for you. We can talk about what you have and how you can turn that into a proper drying environment as cost effectively as possible. So feel free to hit me up if you have any questions about that.
Who's that dude that has that video on a he does it in a tub right there in his backyard?
We're talking about
Jorge.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. The Jorge.
Yeah.
What we're going to do. So we're moving into that. So get a place to dry. He dries his out back under the pinto, and it works. You just have to work with it that way. I'm just saying that for peak quality, and if you don't have a lot and need a lot of room, you need to create an environment to dry your plants in so that you can control the temperature and the humidity of that area, and that's where you'll get your best product.
That water's got to go somewhere.
It's got to go somewhere.
It just can't sit there.
So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to talk about washing, and we're going to talk about a couple different methods of washing and a little bit of detail on that. If you have an indoor grow, this will also help you. If you run into a situation where you get an insect infestation and you have to deal with it, when you get done, you're not going to want to leave all that mess all over your flower.
No.
Okay? If you get powdery mildew indoors and you are able to save your crop because you're able to keep it under control until you harvest, then this is going to be something you're going to want to take advantage of. So indoor, this is very applicable for indoor growers, and it works very well for what we're talking about. And it's been lab tested and all that good shit. So if I'm wrong, please feel free to show me I'm wrong, because if you've got some information that I don't have, I'm kind of old school. New shit's coming up all the time. I try to stay up on it, but if you've got some kind of input or information that tells me that any information I'm passing along is outdated and needs to be revised, then please let me know, because I would hate to be the one to spread misinformation. We got enough of that shit on our bullshit fucking media, and we'll get into that another time, right?
Right.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
so we're talking about washing plants. Do you wash your outdoors?
Absolutely, man.
I absolutely wash mine.
Yep.
So,
absolutely. In Missouri, without a doubt, I would say absolutely.
I agree, because we said insect droppings, any sort of mold or mildew, spores that might be on the. I mean, if you got a branch that's covered with powdery mildew, throw the shit in the trash, okay? And then if you don't see any on the rest of the plant, still wash the plant, because it could have spores on it. That's my point. Now Jorge Cervantes, we're going to talk about his method. Do we have that picture? The Jorge picture?
I don't know if we have a picture of that.
So what he does is any you guys out there know what the
he's got a video.
Deer tubs are? You got a video of it?
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube. Okay. We'll get that and try to put that out there. But the meat tubs. Okay, so the gray tubs. the big gray tubs, or whatever. You can use whatever. He uses those. I use buckets. What do you use? I know we got a picture of Jeremy's setup here, or something he pulled up.
I've done it so many times. I've done it in the see-through Tupperware containers.
That's the bud hanging.
I've done it in,
Those are some big ass buds, man.
Those are, I forgot what those are. I think those were Mothman. See, I've done them like that.
Okay.
I honestly, I prefer at least 3 20-gallon trash cans. The PV static free.
PVA, all that shit, right?
Right,
So,
your average.
yeah.
Brand new, of course. Don't be using no nasty ass shit. I'll just go get some. If you already
And
invest
also,
in yourselves, man. Don't
if
start
you can
yourself
get-
some stupid way.
if you can, get yourself some of the food grade plastic barrels and cut the bottoms off of them. And that way, but try to get yourself food grade shit so it doesn't
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
the toxins in it. Put that picture back up there real quick, Zach. So right here is a typical.
That's perfectly
wash,
fine right
okay?
there.
These are 5-gallon buckets. I think they're a little shallow. If you've got big outdoor plants, I like to harvest by the branch and just cut the long branch off and dunk it, like he said, into a 20-gallon. But what we're trying to show here is the layout and the formula. So in the wash, now when you use this, I want to be very clear that I want you to use RO water or a distilled water.
Absolutely.
Either
That's a very good point. Yeah.
I use RO water because I have an RO unit and I just let it run all night and fill up. I've got everything on a float valve. I let it fill up the big bucket, and then I have plenty of RO water to use if I need to wash. So you do warm water plus half a cup of lemon juice and half baking soda.
No,
half
it's
what?
like that's not accurate. I was gonna come up with my
Okay,
formula and
so,
give you my formula.
anyway,
but you can look it up. They're
Well,
they're all within
we'll post
range.
it on the page. We'll have a better recipe for you next week, I promise. So anyway, you got your first wash is lemon juice, baking soda, and hydrogen peroxide. Okay,
or hydrogen peroxide.
or hydrogen peroxide. I prefer the hydrogen peroxide personally.
I'm a lemon juice guy,
It tests
only
out
because
fine.
that's what the wife likes.
Well, wait.
I have no problem with it.
Is the hydrogen peroxide replacing the lemon juice, or is it
No,
replacing the baking
no.
soda?
When you use the hydrogen peroxide, you just want to use water. No baking soda, no lemon. And I feel that's where a lot of people get confused. Because
Yes.
while freshening up
Right.
on this last week, I saw a lot of formulas out there that are combining the
And you
three.
don't.
And I haven't ever heard of it this way. I haven't seen any. I've washed quite a bit, multiple different ways, peroxide, lemon. I've never heard of that third way of mixing all of them
So
together.
is there-
so I
is
don't
there
know
any
how to turn it
down-
out. I think they confuse.
Is there any health
like when it
downfall to using hydrogen peroxide over lemon juice?
No.
See, here's why I say. So hydrogen peroxide kills all your mildew, all your mold, all your
Right.
pathogens, anything.
Yes.
It will clean the bud. It will force any of that stuff to let go of the bud, and it doesn't permeate the leaves, and it doesn't harm the wax cuticle on the trichome head. Lemon juice is acidic, and it
Yes.
eats through the wax cuticle, damaging the trichome head. That's why I don't
Not-
like lemon juice
Not by much.
and baking soda. To
Right.
me,
Anything.
it doesn't
right,
matter.
Right.
Baking soda can leave a residual,
Yes.
and I
yes.
don't want baking soda on my plant. So, my suggestion, I'm going to say hydrogen peroxide. Okay, that's what I'm going to use in my first bucket of RO
And
water.
they say that's where you get your best profile too, is where you use hydrogen peroxide washing
What profile?
of the actual plant itself, of the actual flower.
You mean as far as like terpene profile?
When you go to smoke it at the end,
That's because
that's
it doesn't.
that's the purest form you can
That's
get.
because it doesn't damage the wax cuticles on the.
Right. I think that. So look. So you could, that you don't. You're gonna go
Right.
to the 3-bucket thing too.
Yeah. Yeah.
This man teaches 1 bucket.
Yeah.
And that's why the hydrogen peroxide, because you can do that with supposedly all that'll go away. It'll evaporate. Okay. Do not do that with the lemon and baking soda. If
I don't
you
do it
the
with
lemon
one
and
bucket.
baking soda, use 3 buckets.
I don't do it with 1 bucket. If I use peroxide,
On that video,
I do
he
2
shows
buckets.
one. Yeah.
I do 2 buckets. I do the peroxide bath,
Yes.
and then I pull it out, and I do the peroxide bath fairly quickly, not leaving it in the peroxide bath more than 30 seconds, and then I'll pull it out, and I'll actually hang it down in the big tub for a couple minutes. Why? Because and I'll shake it around, try to make sure there's no air in the buds, so the water's, because bugs will come out of it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
If you let it saturate into the bud, you let the water get in the bugs will not like the water because they won't be able to breathe.
Right.
And they'll come out of the bud and float to the top of the water. Caterpillars will come out.
Right.
Everything will come out of the
You'd be
bud.
surprised.
Okay. And so I like to let it set in there for a couple minutes and then pull it out and let it drip dry for a little while somewhere in a shower if you need to.
I've seen
I
people
would
use the
just do it.
shower. The shower works fine. Make sure
Yeah.
you have an outer fan out of your
over
house.
a drain somewhere.
Right, and a fan.
Somewhere
a fan.
where it's not going to drain water all over your floor. You
Yeah.
know where that's at in your place. So yeah, you're going to want to do that. And I mean, again, he does lemon juice and baking soda.
Yes.
Okay, and he does a 3-part wash.
Yes.
He does the first
One mix,
wash,
2 clean.
warm water. The next one's a clean, and the third one is the final rinse.
And I'm fairly
It's
fairly rough with my plants
Yeah.
too. So losing terp profiles, I probably definitely do that because I shake the shit out of them. I'm like,
But you don't have to.
no, it's just
don't
me,
have to.
man. That's just
So,
me.
man, you don't have to be rough with the ladies, man. To
Definitely
get them
not.
to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? You can be smooth. Anyway, so yeah, and again, get online and research bud washing, and come to your own conclusion. Develop your own process, and whatever works for you. But now Jorge Cervantes does the lemon juice. Now his was strictly for
Yeah.
powdery mildew.
He did.
But when I watched his, I
I
watched
bet he's
his.
done multiple though too. That's
Yeah.
So we watched 2 different videos.
Well, see, I watched his first video. See, when I first started growing, I got his book. So back in the late '90s, I was reading his book. Jorge Cervantes, the Grow Bible, whatever, and that was in there. And then I looked it up on YouTube. I actually, when I was, I had actually had a problem with powdery mildew. If you grow inside, you will have a problem with powdery mildew. And this dude actually takes mildew-ridden bud and puts it in the lemon juice and baking soda, and then he brings it over and he puts it in a peroxide bath, and then he does a final rinse. That's the video I saw. And I tried it. I dried the bud. I wasn't impressed. And so I didn't keep the product because I didn't like the fact that I could see powdery mildew all over the bud. And then, no, I couldn't really see it after I did the wash, but I knew it was there. Right. And so I couldn't put it out. And I'm that same way today. I'll chop a whole grow. If I get powdery mildew in there, I'll chop a whole freaking grow if I can't get it under control in a couple treatments before the 6th week of bloom, if I can't get it under control. But the key is to do it preventive indoor. But outdoor, you can't really do anything preventive. You can treat it for powdery mildew this week, and it'll be right back next week. That's why when you do it outdoor, if you really want to control the powdery mildew outdoor for as long as you can, then you need to take and hit it right before it starts to bloom with sulfur. But even then, as soon as it rains hard, all that sulfur is going to wash off the leaves and you're right back to it. So it's just going to be a battle. So at the end, you're going to want to wash your bud. I saw a lot of outdoor growers on here and a lot of growers out that I know, and I know they know what they're talking about. And they all are pro wash the bud, and I agree 100%. Do any of you guys, now I didn't see on here, any of you outdoor growers, seasoned outdoor growers on here, Do you recommend either method, peroxide? What's your formula? Peroxide, vinegar and water?
I think
That's like
so.
a douche, dude.
I've been
Is
looking
that
into
plain
it.
Douche?
Huh?
Vinegar and water? Oh, that was lemon juice. Lemon juice. You
Plant douche.
why did I go there,
You should
dude?
come out with a
Why
line.
did my mind go, huh?
AOD plant douche.
AOD plant douche.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It might happen. Okay, Brandon. Okay. Brandon uses tomato cage turned upside down with the black bag draping over it, hanging from the ceiling in my shed to dry. Okay. After washing them. Okay. Lemon juice can help treat any mold and prevent it from growing in the drying process. Yes.
See, peroxide
Yes, Rachel.
does too, though. Okay, so this is I'm still looking into it, but I'm not so sure. Okay, so I've always kind of had this theory, and I don't know if I've
Powdery
ever told
mildew
you
can't
this or
grow
not.
on a dead plant.
All right, so I forgot what I was going. Okay, so there's this theory. I call it the PlayStation Xbox effect. Everybody always got caught up. Xbox is, I'm not a gamer at all. This is just a term I came up with. Xbox likes Xbox. PlayStation has PlayStation. Both are pretty loyal to their own brand. I mean, both have games. The other one doesn't. So it kind of
Right.
just depends on
Yeah.
what game you want to play. Don't get caught up on one or the other. One might work better for you in
Yeah.
that situation
Agreed.
over the other.
Agreed. 100%.
Don't be afraid. I'm looking into it. I haven't found where one really benefits
Bro, there's
one thing exactly over the
There's
other.
100 different ways to shave a kitty, brother.
Right. Yes. Absolutely.
So, I mean, again, yeah, and that's something I always stress. Find what works for you. However, try to stick to the formulas that are tried and proven.
Yeah.
So do one or the other. See which one you like best.
Yeah.
I like the peroxide. He likes the lemon juice and baking soda. And there's
Definitely
absolutely
rinse.
nothing wrong
Or
with either one of those at all. Nothing wrong at all.
definitely rinse with the lemon juice and
Yes.
baking soda. Do a double rinse. Don't leave it on there. It does leave a residual. I mean, you.
Yeah, that's why you got to do the double rinse.
You taste the
right.
baking soda. You're gonna taste it if you don't wash it
Look
off.
at that big
And
fat
that's not gonna
nugget.
taste good.
Look at that.
Peroxide wash, something I've noticed on a peroxide wash, when you wash a more kind of aerated nug on a peroxide wash, and I might be giving up a fucking secret. I don't know, but I don't
There's
care.
no secrets,
I'm not
bro.
in it- I'm not in it for money, man. I'm trying to help y'all out. I love to grow. That's what I fucking do. That's what my wife does. We
Get
grow.
up, bro. We got to get this money.
Hey.
We got to get this money.
So, if you're using peroxide to wash your nugs, that peroxide forces its way in with the what is it, H2O2, so it forces its way into the plants. One, it removes the bugs, all that, but on its exit, if you hang it and dry it right, it'll literally tighten that nug structure, which is actually a thing. You can look at it out there. You can tell PM weed if you really look at it by a lot of it by how tight it is.
PM.
I mean, washing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that if you're washing and you're an indoor grower, it's because you PM some along.
Right,
somewhere- which
right.
You're not going to wash off an oil-based anything. Just try to avoid using it on.
Well, that's what the
nugs.
lemon juice and stuff's for.
It's supposed to.
I agree.
I don't know if I completely buy into that or not.
Well, if you're using oil-based anything in flour, you're in the wrong, probably. I'm going to say that. That is just my opinion. I know people do it, but as far as I'm concerned,
Well, there's a lot of online products that have like citric oils, and I can't even fucking say it. Citric oils.
Rachel's hilarious, dude.
Too high for this shit. I'm too high for this shit. Oh, I love it, Tom. Though.
Jeremy don't have a profile page, brother.
Kinda. I'm
Kinda.
sure if you really look, you could.
I think he's made some posts in the group. Didn't you post some Blitzkrieg Kush stuff in the group?
Yeah. Actually, I think Blitzkrieg. I think that's Jeremy McLaughlin growing.
Oh, you're doing the blueberry.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the
You're
blueberry
doing the
back.
blueberry. You
Which
know
is
what?
an amazing grow. That's That shit's good, dude.
So do y'all have a good idea? You know, citric acid works good too, but that's pretty much lemon juice. But I don't like citric acid
That's what,
because
see,
it's
she corrected me. She
made
keeps me
from
in
mold.
line.
What the fudge?
Eastwood,
Huh?
what did you do?
I'm trying to find the paper, dude. I have to use one of yours, man.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, I hope everybody has a good idea of wait. A good idea of how to wash their buds. We'll do a recap next week, and I'll try to put a little more effort out and some stuff here. I've been real busy with some stuff.
And it seems scary, but I mean,
it's
it's
not.
not too bad. Make sure you try to at least have someone helping you if you can. You know, that
And you can
helps.
always hit me up. You can always hit Jeremy up. You know, you can hit Zach up too, but he's too busy anymore.
So drying, I've read in a few articles that people are worried about.
Yes, that was a jab.
Drying and getting mold from drying wet nugs. So this water that you're putting on these nugs, it may add an extra day into your dry time, but generally, as long as you hang it in a room that has ventilating air, you know, at a decent
Keep a
temperature,
fan on it.
it dries out fairly quick.
And I don't blow a fan directly on my drying bud. I like to blow it
Right.
just so it circulates in the air.
You can make it like Sandy doing that,
Yeah.
and nobody likes Sandy weed.
Yeah. It's just yucky. Damn.
Unless there's a strain out there that's called that. Then I don't know. I haven't tried it.
What,
It might be
Sandy
banging.
weed?
Yeah. Sandy OG.
Sandy OG. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandy OG. And then we could go to Grease, the movie, and we could do a little TikTok video, and we could like have the plant in full bud form, real beautiful, blowing in the wind, you know, with a fan on it. And we could play that song from Grease. Oh, Sandy. You know that song? Where he was in love with Sandy
Yeah.
on the beach, and he was getting all mushy and shit, wandering and wandering
Wait,
there.
wasn't that Mandy?
No, it was Sandy.
Sandy.
Yeah. Remember Grease?
Wait,
You're too young for Grease, dude.
The beach was Sandy?
No, that was a girl's name that he
The
fell in
beach
love
wasn't
with
Sandy.
when he went to Australia or wherever the fuck he went.
I got it. Okay. Yeah.
So, okay.
Hanging in mold. I'm not sure on that. I know absolutely, yeah, you can get it from wet shit hanging around and all that, but if you're literally putting it in stuff that you're treating that for. So don't be scared in that way.
Generally, you're not going to get mold on the dry bud. I have in the past, though, and again, it's just something you got to watch for when you. But if you have air that's moving, that's mold's worst enemy in drying, and also be able to keep your humidity under 60%. 60% is your mark. Now, I keep mine at 60%, 58% drying, but I have air conditioning. I have a humidifier, a dehumidifier. I have a completely sealed drying room. So it's not as easy. I mean, for all general purposes, my drying room is a professional drying room. Okay? And so I can keep my shit like dialed in. If you can't, just keep your humidity down below 60. I would say 55 to be safe if you wash the bud. And that way it'll suck the humidity out of the air, and it won't just sit there and swoon in the air. And then also try to keep air movement good in the whole room, so it just circulates and blows through the bud and everything else. So,
I was reading Jessica Steve. How? Oh, I know Grease. And how do you know how old I am? I'm like 300 and something.
This is his second, third, maybe fourth
alive.
life, man. Maybe fourth life. Don't. Hey, man, he's an old shaman, dude. Don't you know? Grease is the word. You know what? It was written by one of the Gibb brothers, and I'm gonna be completely transparent here. I am a huge Bee Gees fan, dude. You know, they're right in there with Simon and Garfunkel. Right in there, they have such an ability to harmonize. They don't even need music, man. So anyway, yeah, Andy Gibb's the bomb. He's a badass, and they were raised in Brooklyn. They're street kids, dude. They're tough little shits. Anyway, so you know what? We've been here a while. We've been talking about outdoor growing, some other shit. I think everybody's got a good understanding about when to harvest and a good understanding about how to wash your bud. And I'm just saying, if you have any questions at all, hit me up, hit Jeremy up, hit Zach up. If one of us don't know the answer, we can throw you to one of them that does. The answers are out there for you, and we'll be glad to help walk you through it. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll make a video.
I'm down.
Maybe we'll make a video this year when we harvest your plants, and we'll make a video of washing the bud.
I'm down for that.
Okay, so yeah, so anyway, we got that to look forward to, and I've gone way over my time. Not really. I mean, I hate the boundaries of time and the shackles of schedules and shit, but we have them. So we're gonna give some shit away. We got the Wheel of Dank. Now, there's not a lot of names on this week. We did get Nobody up there. We got you up there, Nobody. Who? Nobody. Hey, it's just Nobody. But he's somebody to me. He's here. Show him that, dude. See, I saw this and I was like, I can't hear. Walk that up there, dude. Watch your microphone. I saw this and I couldn't think of anybody that would appreciate it more than Jeremy, so I got him a gift. Here, show him. See, it's just for you. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, Anyway, we might get back to some intelligible conversation here at some point in our life, but your mic, you're sitting on it. Don't fart, dude. Whatever you do.
Don't shit myself, huh?
Ooh, that last bit sounded a little wet.
Sounded juicy.
That was disgusting. I apologize to all of you who were offended.
Don't
there
be.
are coloring books and puppies in the lobby. So let's get to giving some shit away. We got a wheel up there, and okay, I'm going to go over this real quick. Look at the wheel, okay? Now, if you followed all of the instructions and we were able to verify that, we got your name on the wheel. We're not perfect. If we missed it, just tell us, and we'll check, and we'll get your name up there. It's really not a huge thing. We're just giving some shit away here. And we want to give everybody we can a chance. And again, if we accidentally leave your name off, sorry. We'll try to do better next time. But share it from the original page, like the original post, and then comment on the original post, whatever else is on there. I'm going to post those so everybody knows. But anyway, we got how many names we got up here? Zach? We have 18 names on the wheel. Okay, so 18 people have a chance to win. So what are we going to give away? I want everyone that's on there to have a chance to win the big prize. Okay, so let's give away a ½ ounce of emerald cut right now. Spin that wheel, Zachy. Marcus Corson, are you here?
Marcus.
Show yourself, Marcus. Okay. All right. Marcus, if you're out there, if anybody out there knows Marcus, feel free to tag him. If you're not out there, sorry, bro. If you're out there, contact us. Go to the page, send us a message, and we'll get you worked up. Otherwise, one of the rules is you got to be watching, bro. All right, so we're going to give away a ½ ounce of, what did I say? Super Runts?
Yeah. Yep. I'll take the other one.
Super Runts. Let's do some Super Runts. Spin that wheel, Zach.
What's the one we just did before that? Oh yeah, Supreme, Super Diesel.
Kathleen Conway, are you here, Kathleen? Chime in if you're here. Chime in if you're here. All right. Kathleen Conway, let's give her a minute. Are you here, Kathleen?
Dude, that apples and bananas has me ripped.
Damn, dude, I can't keep it lit. I talk too fucking much. Okay, so what else did I want to give away? Pre-rolls.
Pre-rolls. There we go. I know one, some bee cookie pre-rolls and some.
Okay.
Raven's Revenge.
Raven's
there
Revenge
we go.
and bee cookie.
The
Okay.
Raven's Revenge. That's a.
Are you writing this down, Zach?
That's a hot
Awesome.
one right now.
So we're gonna spin for a Raven's Revenge pre-roll. Spin the wheel, Zach. Gina Scholars. Are you here, Gina? If you're here, you win a Raven's Revenge pre-roll. All right, another Raven's Revenge pre-roll. Spin it, Zach. We giving away weed here today. I'm sorry, medication. It is medication. 100%. Craig Graham. There's Gina. Hi, Gina. Congratulations. All right. Who was that? Brandon? Who was that?
Rachel said lemon cherry gelato is the other. So Ravens and lemon cherry
Graham?
gelato.
Who, Graham? Craig Graham. Are you here, Craig Graham? Show yourself, Craig. Okay, so we have Raven's Revenge and Jet Fuel Gelato,
lemon
cherry gelato. Lemon cherry gelato, sorry. Okay, we're going to give away another Raven's Revenge. Let's spin it. We're going to give away some bud here. We want to give everybody a chance to win it. Craig Graham, you did win, brother. You won a pre-roll. Go, you guys that won, go message us after we quit. Nancy won last week. Nancy won an ounce last week. Did you get your ounce, Nancy? I know she's got to be here. Nancy won again. Tag Nancy Perez. I know you guys know her. And if you guys know any of these guys and they don't show up here, just have them email me before the end of the day. That's how I like to do that. If they can just message the page by the end of the day, I'll get them taken care of. So, let's do another one. Raven's Revenge pre-roll. Joe Rose. Are you here, Joe? Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped gun. Evelyn Cooley. Hey, Evelyn, you win. Are you here? She's usually here. Oh, did she? Okay, well, that's cool. We'll get her. We know she's always here. She's always here. So, and it's really not my desire to keep anybody from getting anything. You know, I just want the people who are here and watch to get what we're giving them, get what we're giving out. Okay, so that concludes the Ravens' Revenge. Now it's time. How many did we give away?
5.
Did we give away 4 or 5?
No, I think it's like 3 or 4. 5's just the answer to the universe.
4.
Okay, we gave 4 Ravens' Revenge pre-rolls away. So we're going to give 4 lemon cherry gelatos. I got it. 4 lemon cherry gelatos. All right, spin it, brother. Ain't nobody out there giving this away. Only Artisans of Dank. Jen. Jen's got her a pre-roll. Are you here, Jen?
Gall.
Hi, Jen Gall. Come get your pre-roll. I got it for you. Okay, so go again. 1 more, 2 more, 3 more. Now there's Joe Rose. Joe, are you here, Joe? 2 more. I'll be here, Jen. Brandon P. Hannon. Are you here, Brandon? Joe Rose, we got you, homie. Go message us. The last pre-roll to be given away. Travis Robertson. Are you here, Travis? All right, well, we got everything written down, so I know who won and who didn't. Everybody is a winner, Rachel. So you know what? That was a good giveaway.
That was
a real good giveaway. Next week, we will have those new Captain Redbeard deals, and I'm going to figure out a way so that only you growers are in the competition, because I hate it when I give seeds away and then 2 years later someone's like, yo man, I still got those seeds you gave me. Oh, that makes me feel real good that you didn't fucking grow them.
Right. Yes.
You know, it's like, really?
You know you ain't grown the seeds I gave you, right?
Who, me?
Yeah. I'm just fucking with you.
What did I do, bro? He's calling me on my bullshit right now, man. No, he
I'm lit.
So anyway, I want to make sure that the growers who are going to actually grow them, because quite frankly, I'm really curious to see what you guys get, and I would be interested in trading you guys clones of the pheno that you guys choose as the best one you get out of the pack of seeds and the best one I get out of the pack of seeds. I'd love to trade some phenos on these clones. That's what we need to. We need to get some pheno trading, clone trading and shit going on here, man.
You know the best way to do a pheno hunt?
Like with a pheno gun?
A pheno grow competition. I hope I see one of those going on next year.
Uh-oh. Jeremy's got plans. You know what also?
That'd be cool.
I'm going to do some photo competitions in the group. If you're not part of our group, go join our group. Not our page. Go join our group. I'm going to be doing some photo competitions and some other stuff just to give some shit away, give seeds away, things like that for the growers out there. So been a cool show. Awesome having you on, Jay.
Thanks for having me.
Been fun. We always love being here. I'm glad I was able to give that stuff away. We're going to give some more away next week. If you know people that won and they weren't here, shoot them a message and tell them, because I'm not going to reach out to them, because that's not how we're doing it. Check this dude out. It's our wizard.
That thing is
At
cool.
some point, I might even give this cat away. But I know coming up, I'm going to give one of these sets away. One of these dab rigs, the E-rig. I'm going to give one of those away coming up soon. Soon, maybe for Christmas. We're going to have some really good giveaways for Christmas. So you're going to want to be around for that, for sure. Tell all your friends. Tell all your neighbors. I don't care what you have to do. Get the word out there about us, okay? We're going to be here, at least for now. So, groovy guys, we're going to get out of here. It's 1:30. Thanks for sticking around with us. Love you guys all. Go out, spread some love, man. You know
Get
what?
up off the couch. Go enjoy the day.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck what you believe. I don't give a fuck what side you're on, right, left, in the middle, up the ass. I don't give a fuck what side you're on, okay? And that's all I'm asking of you, to not give a fuck what side anybody else is on. Treat everyone with dignity. Treat everyone with love and respect that they deserve just because they're human. We're all fighting battles, all of us. And some of those battles are harder than others. When you're not fighting a battle, try to be that person that understands other people are, you know, and just spread
Realize that there might be
right here.
out there looking up to you.
Spread the love. That's what we need to do. We need to, you know what? I'm going to hold that word right there. I got a t-shirt idea. I'm going to make a t-shirt, and we're going to do a t-shirt thing, and we're going to donate all the money to someone. All the proceeds are going to go somewhere. Okay. We're going to figure that out. Anyway, you know what, guys? We love you guys. We're going to let you go. We all got a lot to do to finish the day out, so peace. Stay lifted.
We on that next level. Turn it up a notch. Way I smoke, I need another crop. Yeah, I'm on that next level. We got that global dope, the type of resin make you overload. Yeah, I got that next level. They try to imitate, they can't keep up. I'm about to elevate. Yeah, we on that next level. I'm in a different lane. I'm always smoking and spitting flame. Yeah, I got that next level. No, you cannot fade my style. Way I'm going, way up north, smell that dank for miles. Check my resume.
Year-round Garden is your one-stop shop for all your indoor gardening needs. It doesn't matter what you grow or how you grow it, our knowledgeable, friendly staff is here to help. Our team listens to your unique story, interests, values, personal experience, and helps develop solutions that are right for your garden. Whether it's tomatoes, herbs, microgreens, mushrooms, medicinal plants, houseplants, you name it. So come visit us today and experience a different kind of grow shop. A grow shop for everyone.
It feels right. Drop the anchor down, we'll be here for a while. Got me thinking about all the good times coming our way. Oh yeah. Ooh, put it on.